Now in just about 5 seconds, Dragon transitions to internal power. Falcon 9 computers will enter startup mode, which is when the Falcon 9
Falcon
flight
9 is in
computers...
startup.
There you go.
Dragon is in countdown.
Is when the Falcon 9 flight computers take control of the countdown and will guide the rocket through the last seconds before liftoff.
Go for launch.
All right, both stages are now pressurizing for launch. At launch, the International Space Station will be over the Indian Ocean, south of India, at an altitude of 261 statute miles.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Counting down for NASA and SpaceX's 27th commercial resupply mission.
$15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And liftoff of CRS 27. Go Falcon, go Dragon.
Falcon 9 soars off the launch pad. Dragon now on its way to the International Space Station with important new science experiments and crew supplies.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
Plus 40 seconds, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from historic launch complex 39A in Florida. We're now coming up on our max Q in about 20 seconds or so, which is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure the vehicle will go through during its flight.
Sonic. Max Q.
And there's that call out for max Q. Coming up next are 5 events back-to-back. First is main engine cutoff, or MECO, which is when all 9 of the Merlin 1D engines on the first stage will shut down. After those 9 engines shut down, the first and second stages will separate, also called out over the nets as stage separation. Then the first stage will flip around to make its way back to its landing site, the drone ship named a shortfall of gravitas. The second stage will then ignite its Merlin vacuum engine to boost Dragon to low Earth orbit during SES-1. And the last event is the boost back burn to reduce velocity of the first stage in preparation for atmospheric entry. And this whole sequence will take place over about 30 seconds or so. Now we should be hearing that call out for main engine cutoff in about 20 seconds from now. Wonderful tracking shot of our rocket.
MECO. Stage separation confirmed. In-back ignition.
Stage 1 boost back startup.
And there's all of those callouts for those milestones. So we had MECO, stage separation, a stage 1 flip, second engine start 1, and the start of the partial boost back burn. While a boost back burn is normally performed in order to return the first stage to one of our landing zones, here we are just performing a partial boost back. This shortened burn, possible due to payload weight, will allow us to recover the Falcon 9 booster much closer to the coast and shorten the drone ship's journey back to shore by about 1.5 to 2 days.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
And there's confirmation of boost back shutdown. If you're just tuning in, you're watching a live webcast for the 27th commercial resupply mission to the International Space Station for NASA. This is SpaceX's 17th mission for 2023 and the second Dragon flight to the International Space Station this year. We lifted off from Kennedy Space Center's historic Launch Complex 39A just about 3 minutes and 45 seconds ago. On the left side of your screen is the Falcon 9 first stage that is making its way back to Earth.
Acquisition
And
signal
on the right
Bermuda.
side is the second stage. The second stage, and you can see that MVAC engine there. As a reminder, today's mission marks the 7th flight for this Falcon 9 booster, which previously supported the Amazonas Nexus mission, SES-22, iSpace's Hakuto R Mission 1, and 3 Starlink missions. Now, in order to make its way back to our drone ship, a shortfall of gravitas, it has 2 more burns to execute. The first is the entry burn, where 3 of the Merlin engines, engines 1, 5, and 9, will reignite. This helps to slow the stage down as it re-enters the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere. The second burn is the landing burn, and this is a single engine burn, engine 9, that brings the vehicle's speed down rapidly in order to land on the drone ship. Now, occasionally on your screen, when the booster is visible, you may see some nitrogen gas bursts, and these are used for attitude control as the booster makes its way back to the drone ship. Falcon 9 is also equipped with 4 hypersonic grid fins positioned near the top of the first stage. And once in the atmosphere, Stage 1 is only using the grid fins for steering as it makes its return to Earth. These titanium grid fins will orient the rocket during re-entry and guide the rocket during descent. And there's that call out for nominal trajectories. On the left side of your screen, you can just make out some civilization of Earth, on Earth. In just about 8 seconds from now, we should see that first stage entry burn begin.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
Right now,
Stage
on the
1,
right
entry
side of your
burn
screen, you
startup.
can currently see that. You can currently see Stage 2, and there's confirmation of first stage entry burn startup, and probably saw it as well. Again, this is the first of 2 burns that the booster performs before landing on the drone ship.
Stage 1, entry burn shutdown.
Now, as we get closer to the first stage landing, it's good to note that the Falcon 9 first stage is equipped with 4 landing legs made of state-of-the-art carbon fiber with aluminum honeycomb. And these are placed symmetrically around the base of the rocket and deployed just prior to landing. If successful, this landing will mark the 178th time that we've recovered a first stage booster, including both Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy missions. And we're about 15 seconds or so away from landing. And the vehicle is traveling about
Stage 1
1,600
transonic.
kilometers per hour. And this really puts into perspective the deceleration of the rocket. In the span of less than a minute, we'll have reduced from twice the speed of a jet all the way down to 0 as the rocket lands.
Stage 1, landing burn.
And there's the start of that first stage landing burn on the left side of your screen.
Stage 1, landing leg deploy.
And there you saw the Falcon 9 first stage successfully
Stage 1
land, and you
landing
can probably hear
confirmed.
the cheering behind me.